Hey YouTube, and welcome back to another daily dose of Justin. I've realized one innumerable fact since I've been working in retail all these years. People are fucking stupid. Like, genuinely, I get some of the dumbest fucking questions or dumbest people I've ever met in my entire life. It's like as soon as you enter the building and you're a customer, your IQ drops 55 points. And in some people's cases, that's your entire IQ. Because I live in the South, and there are some dumb fucking people. For example, I was going to the restroom one day, and this old lady stopped me. And she was, now mind you, she was old, but she wasn't old enough to be like senile or crazy or anything like that, because they don't let those people out of buildings. So this lady stops me and she goes, "Excuse me, young man." And I'll go, "Yes, ma'am." She goes, "Where's the front of the store?" And I thought, I didn't say it out loud, but I thought, what the hell do you mean, where's the front of the store, you old bag? Where'd you come in at? Where did you enter the store? But I didn't say that. I did say one part of it. I went, "Where'd you come in at, ma'am?" And she went, "The front of the store." And I went, "All right. Well, it hasn't changed since you've been in here. It's not like the building's a rotating cube or anything like that. It's at the front of the store." She was at the back of the store. You could see the front of the store. I said, "See all that glass and area up there? That's the front of the store, ma'am." And she went, "Okay, thank you." And then walked off. I don't know if she ever got there. She might have got lost through a peril. I don't know. And I wasn't about to follow her up there. I had to go to the restroom pretty bad. Also, for example, I had a lady the other day ask me. So we have like a table. It's big Under Armour logo hoodies and T-shirts, $25.99 to $49.99. And she asked me, "Sir?" "Yes, ma'am," because I always get the stupid people. I always get dumbass people. She says, "Excuse me, sir." And I go, "Yes, ma'am." She's like, "Is this a big Under Armour logo hoodie?" And she was, sure enough, holding a hoodie with a big fucking Under Armour logo on it. And I went, "Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that would be a big Under Armour logo hoodie." She kind of gave me like a shitty look, like, you don't have to rub it in because I'm stupid. But I'm like, I'm going to, because you're clearly, I'm getting the vibe that you're retarded. So she goes, "Well, it says here on the sign, it says $49.99. I said, "Oh, okay." And she said, "But the tag on this hoodie is $44. I went, "Okay. I don't know what the big deal is. I think what the sign is stating is everything on this table is $25.99 all the way up to $49.99. She goes, "Well, can you scan it and see?" And I went, "Yeah, I can do that." So I scan it and it's $44.99. I go, "Yeah, it's $44.99. And she goes, "Mm-hmm." My thing is, like, if it's opposite, if it's ringing up 44, but it's really a $20, but it says on the sign it's $20, then I get it. You're bitching over, well, hold up. Holy shit, did you want to spend the extra $5? Like, I genuinely didn't understand what was going on. I wanted to tell her, "Ma'am, if you want to spend the $5 extra, you give me $5 extra. Then you go up to the front and then buy the $44 hoodie, and then you'll feel better about yourself. Or I can take you out to the parking lot and kick you in the head. Either one." Does anyone else just fucking baffled by that shit? Another example, I had a guy come up to me one time and he goes, "Yeah, I'd like this home stack gym and this treadmill." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Don't get it twisted. I don't mind going and getting heavy stuff like that for people. It's my job. So I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So I go back and I go get it. And generally, you're supposed to ask, "What are you driving?" And I didn't that day. That's on me. But he should have fucking known better. So he's like, I sign his receipt, and I'm like, just pull around up front, and he pulls around up front in a Honda Civic. And I'm like, okay, first off, we got good news, and I got bad news. The good news is the home stack gym will fit in your Honda Civic. The bad news is that no matter what I do, the treadmill's not going to fit. He's really? And I go, yeah. And we put the home stack gym in the trunk, and it was sticking out like 12 inches. It was ridiculous. It was like half out the trunk, half in the car. I was like, you're going to have to tie the trunk down unless, because it looks like shit, and I'm afraid it might fall out. It wasn't going to fall out. It was super heavy. I was just trying to be a dick. So he goes, you can't get the... So we put the stack gym in there, and there's probably 5 or 6 inches left of room. And he goes, you can't get the treadmill in there? And I went, you mean now or before we put the gym in? And he went, now. And I went, so there's 6 inches of room left. This treadmill box is 6.5 feet by 4 feet. No. Get the hell out of here. And he goes, well, I go, you need to bring a truck. Don't bring a car for the treadmill because it's not going to fit. You bring an SUV, and that may work, but don't bring a car. He goes, well, I don't know anybody that has a truck. And I go, bullshit. I think you know somebody that has a truck because you live in Texas, and everyone has a fucking truck. So, he's like, okay, I'll just leave the treadmill here. And I go, no, I mean, store policy is you gotta return it. And he's pissed off about that, but he's like, I'll be back tomorrow for that treadmill. And I go, okay. And I work the next day, of course. And he comes up to me and he goes, hey, I want that treadmill. And I go, you're not in the car, are you? Because I told you yesterday it's not going to fit. Regardless if there's something or nothing in it, the treadmill's huge. It's not going to fit. He goes, no, I brought something different. I go, oh, cool. He must have got a truck. I must have found a friend that has a truck. So I do the same thing. I sign off on his receipt and pull around up front. And he pulls around up front. And he's in a Mustang. Who, may I remind you, if you don't know anything about cars, a trunk on a Mustang is smaller than a trunk on a Honda Civic. So I'm steaming. I'm pissed at this point because I told him not to bring a car. And I go, it's not going to fit. And he goes, can we try? And I went, yeah, we can try. It's not going to fit. So me and another guy get the treadmill and we put it on the lip of the trunk. And I don't even attempt to put it in the trunk because it's not going to go in. His trunk's 2.5 feet wide, while the treadmill's 4.5 feet wide. All you got to do is eye test it and look, and he doesn't want to eye test it. So I put it on the lip of the trunk. I go, it's not going to fit, and I'm pissed at this point. And he goes, well, okay. So he goes around to the passenger side, puts down the seat in the passenger seat, and he's like, can we do it into the back so it's at an angle coming out? I go, it's not going to fit. He goes, well, let's try. So I put it on the lip of the passenger seat. I go, I told you it's not going to fit. I even attempt to bring the damn thing in. He's like, whoa, I guess you're right. I was like, I told you to come back with a car, asshole. A truck, asshole. Excuse me. See, now I'm getting pissed. So, needless to say, he never came back and got one, that I saw at least. Because, I told him 4 fucking times before, it's not going to fit in a car. Don't you come back in a car. You come back in a car, I'm going to fucking throat punch you. Anyways, that's just some of the people I've had to deal with. If you've ever worked in retail, leave a comment down below and let me know the stupidest customer you've ever had to deal with. Somebody that just genuinely made you go, ugh, God, you're retarded. And don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe, because when you subscribe, you'll be the first one to know when I bitch about something, which is going to be quite often. Next week, I'll give you a preview for next week. Next week is going to be called Strip Club Drunken Adventures. Yeah, so there's that. You have a nice day.